Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Anthrozoom Menagerie. I'm your host, Flint. Today we will be talking a little bit about animals in popular media. Now, there are a lot of animals that come to mind for myself. Ren Tin Tin, Lassie is a very big one, um, as well as just animals that you see on TikTok, like the horse named Squidward, who has their carcass time where they like to sleep lying down, um, as well as a whole lot of other things. How did they get famous? Why did they get famous? Well, that's an interesting question. Rin Tin Tin got famous for being a very good movie star. A lot of his movie, TV shows, I should say, were a pretty big part of growing up for a lot of people during the 50s and whatnot. His start, however, wasn't all that good. He was a rescue pup from World War One. His owner was a soldier who found him as a puppy and decided to rescue him. And thank God he did, because Rin Tin Tin, The Adventures of Rin Tin Tin, are an amazing TV show. I may be showing my colors right now. I prefer a lot of the old school TV shows. So, like The Adventures of Rin Tin Tin. Um, yeah. Anything that's black and white, I find to be a lot better in portrayal of animals than a lot of other ones, just because the CGI, it's hit or miss. One of the ones that is very miss is, unfortunately, the most recent Call of the Wild with Harrison Ford. Buck being CGI is it just, it just doesn't hit as good as those with live action dogs. However, by saying that, there is a big um, gap in the rocks due to how animals are treated in Hollywood and as subjects of the spotlight. A lot of animals, depending on who they are either uh, really taken care of or just not, and it shows. I don't really think of any off the top of my head that could be considered to be. Actually, I can. Most recently, there was a guy in New York who had a squirrel, from what I can tell, could not be released back into the wild. From what I have seen, I could be wrong. My research isn't as thorough as I would have liked it to be. But I'm trying to keep a 10.5 foot pole away from this just so that, well, a lot of damages can't be done. But I will briefly go over it. The squirrel, Peanut, from what I could research and see from a couple of places, could not be released due to part of its tail missing, and the tail is an important part of how a squirrel is able to basically fall from great heights and still be a-okay. The tail, excuse me, the tail acts sort of as a basically like a puffy parachute that reorients the squirrel to be able to glide and slow down and all that stuff. So, seeing this and seeing how the government treated the squirrel. The squirrel is a very famous media star. You've probably heard of it as Peanut, but the government comes in, takes him away, euthanasia. Why? Well, that's all I have for today. I don't really have anything else to say about that, but what are your thoughts on media stars? Animal media stars. I'll talk to you all guys later. Bye.